Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 1, Episode 10 of our FIFA 23 Youth Academy only save. Now the last couple days on the channel, last Wednesday and Friday, we had some different content, some content of dark and darker gameplay. The playtest was out, I hopped in, I recorded, and I made those videos for you. I had a blast playing that game. If you enjoyed those videos, make sure you liked them and commented on them. It really means a lot to me as a small content creator. And if you're here right now, go ahead and hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to grow this channel as a small content creator. But when the full game of Dark and Darker does release, we will be having more content of that game because it was so much fun. But today we're back with the main event of this channel, and that is FIFA 23. So let's dive in. We're in the second to last month of this first season, April, with May coming in the next episode on Wednesday. But today, on this beautiful Monday, we are in April, trying to finish out this season. It has been a season of highs and lows. It has been painful and joyous, all in the same just breath. It's been crazy. Make sure you go back and watch those videos if you're new around here, because it's been so exciting. But today we take on Leyton Orient, who are our rivals. They sit in 12th position in the league. We then follow that up against Northampton, who are in 2nd. Then AFC Wimbledon, who sit in 14th. Then Salford City, who are in 3rd. And then Stevenage at the end of the month, who sit in 13th. So every team we play today is essentially in the top half of the table. The last couple of episodes, we've had some easier runs of team standings in the league, a lot of lower half teams, and it looks like our run-in is going to be difficult as we take on these 5 games today. We're going to hop into it, try and make it happen, and I toyed around with the idea of playing Leyton Orient or Northampton, and Leyton Orient is our rival, the main rival of this series. If you remember from the first episode, they're our rival. We're going to be taking them on in a live comm, and then we'll do the highlights of the other 4 games after that one before we get into the scouting report. So let's go take a look at the league table before hopping into that game against Leyton Orient. 9th spot in the table is where we sit on 56 points, just 2 points away from the playoff spots. Stockport in 7th position on 58 points, and we're only 2 points behind 6th place Mansfield Town, and also, well, not also, but Grimsby Town in 5th are 6 points ahead of us, and that's a harder gap to close, but we might be able to do it. We have 7 games to play, which is a possibility of 21 points in total that we could get, and it starts today with this tough run of games in the month of April. We've had some fortune in the last couple episodes of some easier fixtures, and now it's starting to get difficult in our run-in. But I think that we could push for these playoff spots. That is our goal, our hope, and we're fighting for it. Our original goal set out at the beginning of this season was top half finish, and that really is our goal. But if we can get into these playoffs, I will be thrilled. So we're going to fight and try and make it happen today. First up on the list, you can see them, is Leyton Orient, right above my head. Our rivals, they are on 54 points, just 2 points behind us. This is a must-win game. They beat us in the last fixture, 3-2. You should be able to see it on your screen right now from the calendar. And let's take a little trip down memory lane and check out what happened last time and how we lost that game. The world may never know again, and that's a terrible pass for me, and if we lose on this, I'm going to be gutted. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. I was so upset by that late goal that we let in against Leyton Orient, but it happens. That's the way these things go sometimes. Today we're looking for revenge as we take on our rival, so let's go check out the team we're taking into the game against Leyton Orient. I did forget to mention before we check out the team that Elijah Bishop is done switching from center back to striker. 6'1", 73 to 89 potential, and with his attributes, he's not a center back, so we're moving him to striker. He has the finesse shot trait and a high defensive work rate, so as a striker he could press. Let's see how far he goes up from the 44 up to a 51. That's actually a massive leap for him as a player, and I'm hoping that he can become something for this team. Now, he really needs to get his shooting up, and I think I'm going to go with probably mobile striker just to really get his pace up, because he is really, really big and strong, 6'1", or we could just go ahead and get his whatever that stuff's called, physicals up. but we're actually going to go with Poacher. Get his sprint speed up, and we'll work on the acceleration later, really just to get that shooting up. It's going to take 9 weeks. I also want his agility to develop so that he can actually move quickly and not get stuck, and his work rate will go up to high. Attacking work rate will go up to high as well, so we're going to put him on that. We'll check in with him at the end of this episode when we take a look at the Youth Academy. Our starting 11 consists of Harris in goal, a back four of Anderson, Hyde, Guest, and Bennett, a midfield of Bernard, Wilkes, Ribeiro, and Cameron, and up top we have Cabral and Ambrose. On the bench we have Silva, Anderson, Moraes, Lewis, Arnold, Benson, and Coleman. I did toy around with the idea of maybe putting Moraes in up top for Wilkes, but Wilkes is such a well-rounded player. The reason I thought about doing this is because Wilkes is 24 and done developing, but he's the best player we have on the pitch besides Hyde at center back, and I think that we're going to do better having him on the pitch for now. We'll check in next season and see if I'm still rolling this way, but we got to get some goals. We got to play well defensively, and I think Wilkes gives us a better opportunity to do that on both sides of the ball. And we're going to get into it, see how we do. Again, our boys are continuing to develop. Ribeiro is now out of the 50s and up to a 60, waiting on Ambrose to get there. But this team has really been turning it around and coming together. We got to make it happen today against our rivals. Let's go get some revenge for that 3-2 loss and the heartbreak. Let's get into it. And here we go. Back in FIFA 23. It's been a couple days since we've played this, which is never good, you know. When your team finally gets on a good roll and you get some form to just stop playing. I'm a little nervous about it today, but we'll see how we do. Anderson chases back and wins the ball. Anderson has been an awesome player for this team. One of our youth prospects who has developed nicely into a 63 overall. We just try and cross it in. Ambrose is unable to get his head to it. But like I said, Anderson has done a great job. Been a revelation for us at left back, and I'm hoping his development continues. All right, we got Ambrose playing it over the top to Cabral. Can we get in? Cabral's in, and let's go. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Finish it, Cabral, and there it is. Hit him with the dead fish. Let's go. We get ahead inside 10 minutes with a goal from Cabral. That was awesome and massive. That over-the-top ball from Ambrose was perfect, and it's been a route to goal that we've used a lot this season, and Cabral makes no mistake smashing it past the keeper to give us the lead 1-0. Leyton Orient passing it out to our left side with a great ball and getting into a good position, unable to dispossess them. They're running in free there, but they shoot it wide as Harris isn't even tested. Now, we know from the last couple episodes that a 1-goal lead is not safe with this team, and we really need to make sure that we can continue getting some goals. As Cameron's played in, oh, is that going to be a penalty? What is happening? I don't know if that was a penalty or what. And here's the play in question. He's pulling him back in the box, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty. It is, and we have Wilkes stepping up to take it. Is he our best option? Penalties, 56. Let's see. We're going with Wilkes. Okay, we got to hit it close to the green. And there we go. We go wide left. And he smashes it into the side netting. We're up 2-0 away at Leyton Orient Stadium with a penalty. Very controversial call there. I'm not sure it actually was a penalty, but I will take it. A 2-goal lead feels a lot better than a 1-goal lead. Let's go. And we get a cool little hypermotion cut here. Ronnie Wilkes stepping up, smashing it home, and firing in. What a penalty from our man to give us the 2-goal advantage. Here come Leyton Orient down our left side. Anderson back, trying to get them off the ball. Does not get it done there, but still in a good defensive position. Cameron trying to help play some defense. We got Anderson on the ball, and he does get a foot in. Let's go. Just send it down the line to Cameron. Great ball from our boy Anderson. And can we just get that to Cabral? We can, which means we can go to Ambrose. And we're going to go, wanted to go back down to Cameron. That was a poor decision from me. And our attack is thwarted. Here's Cabral on the ball. Can he find a pass for Ambrose? Not quite. But Ambrose does give them a little pressure, but the goalkeeper picks it up. Oh my goodness, what a tackle. Is that going to be a red? And please tell me Cameron's not actually injured. I don't think he is. Is that not a red, ref? It's a yellow. Oh, I thought for sure we were going to go up by, or to have an advantage is what I'm trying to say. And let me check in and make sure Cameron's not injured. Okay, Cameron is not injured, but that made me very nervous there that he had just gotten hurt. And that's a poor pass from Cameron. He's still shaken up about that tackle into his back. All right, here come Leyton Orient. Just before halftime, we give up so many goals just on the stroke of halftime. Let's right that wrong today and keep them out as they are pressuring us in such a dangerous position. Guest gets in, gets the pass out. That's all I care about. Let's go. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. There we go. We maintain the 2-goal advantage as we head into halftime. What a first half. Again, let me know in the comments what you think about that penalty call because it was pretty suspect, I'll be honest, but we'll take it. We're up 2-0 over our rivals and looking good to continue to try and climb this league and get into those playoff positions. Let's get into this second half. Leyton Orient pushing down our right side now, playing it wide, and oh, what a pass. It is blocked by Guest. Cabral takes that, and I was trying to go back to Ambrose. I wanted him to run down Cabral's right, but he tries to go around to the left. Bennett is in here to collect that. Get it up to Bernard, into Ambrose, over to Wilkes, down to Cabral. He has so much space. This is an opportunity for us to, we cut inside with him. Oh, and it's, I kind of mess it up. But we got Cabral here, and we're going to rip that. It falls to him again. Oh, but we can't get the second shot off. And they handle our attack. And here they are running in. Great step in by Hyde. And Guest loses the ball. We've seen this so many times. Trying to play the pass. And great job from the boys playing some defense as Harris collects. We have Anderson making a bombing run forward. We saw him do it a couple episodes ago. He lays it off to Cameron. We have Cabral open in the middle, and I missed it, but he's still there, and it's into the net! Let's go! Hit him with the knockout punches. We haven't seen it many times this series, this season yet, but we get our 3rd goal of the game. What a play down that left wing between Anderson right here and Cameron. Anderson bombing forward, playing it to Cameron. Cameron gets the cross off, and Cabral heads it on net, and the goalkeeper needs to do a better job there. He does get some hand to it, and he'll be disappointed with himself, but it's strong enough header that it goes past the keeper and into the net. We're up 3-0. Now looking at subs, we're only bringing Lewis on right now for Cameron because Cameron is getting pretty tired, so we're going to bring Lewis on, and we'll check back in with some subs as we continue to see out the rest of this match. And it is so enjoyable that we finally are bringing it together and have a team that is capable of these sorts of performances. We've seen it a lot. There you go. Anderson getting his foot in, going over the top to Cabral, but we've really been turning it around in the second half of this season. It took us a while to get to this spot, but our defense is really tightening up, and now we're just working on trying to figure out how to score the goals and get ahead in games. And slowly but surely, it is coming together. Leyton Orient still trying to break us down here. And they pass it out to our left. Anderson trying to run him down. We got Lewis trying to help out, play some defense in that left mid spot. Anderson chasing back as they try and cross it in. And it's going to be a foul against Lewis. No card. It's a soft one just like the penalty, but it is what it is. And here they come. Crossing it high. Can Guest get to it? It doesn't matter because our man Harris gets to it. We're going to go right up to Cabral here because he's fast. And come on, Cabral, get him off your back. Run, Cabral, run. And we're going to go over to Ambrose, but I think he may have been offsides. He wasn't. And our attack is thwarted. We make all 5 of our changes, starting out with Silva at right back. I didn't notice it in game, but Bennett picked up a knock. You can see him just above my head. He has a knock, so we're going to pull him off and get Silva onto the pitch. We have Moraes coming on for Ribeiro, and Lewis is still there, which he was made earlier. Coleman comes on for Cabral, and Benson comes on for Ambrose because those boys are tired, getting some freshness onto the pitch. Now let's see if we can keep the clean sheet and see out the rest of this match. We got about 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can do it. Leyton Orient playing in. Our subs have not come on yet. You can see Bennett here still injured, and they get it up. Guest gets it out. Cabral to Ambrose. Can we go down this wing to Lewis? That's where I'm trying to go. He is there. And can we make the run? We have Bernard back post, and it is cut out from the defender. Anderson's going to try and get up to this. He doesn't, but Ribeiro does. into Ambrose. Oh, and I tried to do a quick turn and through ball into Cabral. It does not come off. And it doesn't look like our subs are going to get on the pitch either. We are in the last minute of regular time. They have 2 minutes added time or extra time. And oh my goodness, what a first game back in FIFA 23 as we are fighting for these playoff positions. And there's the final whistle. We take home the victory and all 3 points with a 3-0 win over our rivals. Totally getting revenge for our last game against them. My headset just blew up. I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, I'm really sorry. So I'm just going to take it off for a second. I have to fix something in my computer to fix that. But what a game and what a result. I'm excited. Let's go take a look at where that leaves us in the league table. And oh my goodness, that win moves us into 7th position. And even more exciting is that Grimsby Town in 5th have already played their game ahead of us. We have a game in hand. And if we win, we will move into 5th position as long as Stockport don't get a win or a draw, I guess. So Stockport has to lose. So at the best, we could move into 5th, but we could potentially move into 6th. This is a huge, huge opportunity. We made it into the playoff spots. That game against Leyton Orient was massive. Cabral's brace proved just crucial for that game, along with the penalty. Oh my goodness, that was exciting. But it only gets harder from here, as up next, we take on Northampton. You can't see us. They're in 2nd. Let's do it like this. Now you can see us and them. They're in 2nd on 73 points. We're in 7th on 59 points. 14 points behind them, and it's going to be a challenging game. We're also going to be taking on Salford City in this run of highlights. We also take on, who is it? AFC Wimbledon, who sit in 12th. Now you can see them. And Stevenage, who are in 14th. We have to pretty much win out. We cannot lose. Draws I will take, but if we really want to secure these spots in these playoff positions, we need to fight for the wins, trying to get them. We are still 8 points behind Bradford City, and I don't see us overcoming that gap, but this race into these last playoff spots is very close, all the way down to 12th. You can't see them behind my head. There you go, down to 12th. AFC Wimbledon have 56 points, which are only 3 points behind us. Everyone in between, Swindon Town, Crewe, Mansfield, Carlisle, they have a shot at making the playoffs too. It is a tight run-in for these last 3 spots in the playoffs, and we want to be in these playoffs. So let's get into those highlights and see how we do in trying to fight to make that happen. To start the battle of a tough run of games as we fight for a playoff spot, we take in the usual starting 11 against Northampton. And after a hard-fought contest with numerous chances for each side, we played a counter, Cameron passing over the top for substitute Coleman, who ran in looking for a pass, but being unable to find one, he turned on a fake shot and found some space, then curled the ball past the keeper and off the post to send Frank Baker Stadium into a frenzy, 1-0. 10 minutes later, we get the final whistle and manage the unthinkable, beating second in the table Northampton 1-0 to continue our unbeaten run. The win sees us leapfrog Grimsby Town up into 6th with a game in hand over the team above us, Stockport, and a win today would see us move to 5th in the table. Up next, we take on AFC Wimbledon in 11th, and they are fighting for a playoff spot as well, so I expect this fixture to be a challenging one. For this challenge, we take in the usual suspects despite their tired legs from the win over Northampton 3 days prior. Within 14 minutes, we start strong as Ambrose plays Cabral in on a through ball, and with his confidence high from finding his shooting boots, he rockets it across the face of the keeper, giving us the lead 1-0. But fighting for their own playoff hopes, AFC Wimbledon got into a good spot and smashed one past Harris to equalize 1-1. Then in the 68th minute, substitute Lewis was played in down the left flank with an incisive through ball, and using his pace and ball skill, he got the separation to fire home our second and retake the lead 2-1. And Lewis's goal turns out to be the winner as the game ends 2-1, which I think is deserved considering our respective XGs. Now 18 games unbeaten, we maintain our spot in 6th in the table with a game in hand over Stockport and equal on points, meaning a draw today would be enough to move us into 5th. But that's easier said than done, as our next game is against Salford City, who sit in 4th, 6 points ahead of us, and a win would move us just 3 points behind them, and 3rd place Bradford City with 3 games to go. Our 2 previous meetings against Salford City have resulted in a 2-1 win in the league and a 1-1 draw in the Papa John's Trophy, so I'm hopeful we can secure a positive result against them today. And to give us the best chance at that positive result, we take in our strongest 11. 8 minutes after the restart, we were gifted a corner that Guest put on net, with the keeper only being able to palm it up, and Hyde reacted quickest as he headed it home to open the scoring, 1-0 Efour United. But in the 71st minute, Salford worked the ball down our left side to grab their equalizer, 1-1. The game ends in a 1-1 draw despite our great chances and 1.9 XG, but it's a tough opponent and we still got a point. The draw keeps us in 6th as Stockport have played another game ahead of us, and Salford maintained their 6-point gap, which is pretty disappointing, but it is what it is. Our focus now shifts to Stevenage in 14th, and based on our recent form, I'm hopeful for a win. And at this point, do the boys even really need an introduction? It's the same starting 11. With just over half an hour gone, the Stevenage goalie made a stinker, passing directly to Ambrose, who coolly punished him to give us the lead 1-0. And in the 78th minute, we had a great opportunity that Cameron rose up to head, but landed awkwardly with an injury that looks worrisome as he was forced off. We take all 3 points with the 1-0 victory over Stevenage, but there is a looming cloud of Cameron's injury over the result. And guys, that worry is proving to be valid as he has a dislocated shoulder. Donald Cameron, dislocated shoulder, will be out for 2 months, which we only have 2 games left in this season, but if we make it into the playoffs, which it's looking like we're going to do, huzzah, he's not going to be there, which is going to hurt. We have Lewis, who we're going to use, but then after that, we only have Arnold on the bench. I'm going to have to figure it out, but 2 months, Donald Cameron will be out. I know I say it a lot, but that win over Stevenage was massive, as it keeps us in 6th, but we still have a game in hand on all 3 teams above us. Now, if we were to lose and Grimsby Town in 8th, who's right behind my head, were to win, then they would be on 69 points and we would be on 69 points, but I'm confident that we would stay in the playoffs due to our +6 goal difference and their 0. They would need a 6-goal swing. We'd have to lose by 3, they'd have to win by 3, essentially, to jump us in the table, and I'm feeling pretty good that that's not going to happen. So that built a little bit of cushion behind us. And looking up the table, we have a game in hand over Stockport, Bradford City, and Northampton. If we win, we will move into 5th position on 72 points, just 3 points behind Salford City in 2nd. That is crazy. We've turned this season around. We have, I think it's now 19 games, or 20 games now, unbeaten. We have not lost in 20 games dating back to the 28th of December, our last loss against Grimsby Town, 28th of December. We have 20 games, I'm pretty sure, maybe 19, I can't remember, but it's one of those. I think it's 20 games unbeaten. That's crazy. We switched to the 4-4-2. We looked at the tactics, switched them a bit, and just started to work on the defense and how to play this game, and we have taken off. Looking so good. We now have a positive goal difference, and guys, we really have a chance. It's an outside chance, but we have a chance to move into the automatic promotion spots in 3rd. If we win this next game, we will again be in 5th on 72 points, just 2 points behind Northampton in 3rd. If we could win out the rest of our games, if they drop even a single point, we could overtake them and get automatic promotion after such a rough start to this season. That is incredible. What an episode. We maintained our unbeaten run, which I'm so excited about. Cabral is firing home. We've had Ambrose scoring some goals. Our wingers are scoring some goals, but really Cabral is starting to get into dangerous positions. And like I mentioned in the last episode, we're really figuring out how to play FIFA 23, just in terms of every game is different and there's little nuances, and I'm starting to settle in and figure this game out, and we have turned it around in this second half of the season. It's incredible that we have pushed all the way up into 6th, and barring a major explosion in form, we are going to finish in the playoff spots at least. 3 games left, a possibility of 9 points. The most points we can get is 78 points. So we really need some of these teams above us to drop some points, but I'm really going to be fighting for that 3rd position where Northampton sit to see if we can get automatic promotion, which would be crazy. Oh man, I am excited. Actually, we have 2 games left, not 3. So we can only get 75 points. Oh no, my whole plan is falling apart at the seams. So we really need Northampton, Bradford City, and Stockport to pretty much all lose on the last day. If we can't get in 3rd. Can we? No. We need all of them to lose, and then we have to win both our games. So Not likely, actually. After all that long-winded explanation, Northampton, if they draw, they would be on 75 points with a 12-goal differential. We would have to win our next 2 games by a combined goal differential of 7. Not likely. Okay. We're definitely going to finish in the playoffs, considering that if Grimsby Town do win, we still look good. Mansfield Town could maybe catch us down here in 9th, but that's besides the point. Either way, we're looking really good. We can finish as high as 3rd if Northampton, Bradford City, and Stockport all lose on the last day, which, again, not holding my breath. But we've turned this around. We are going to finish in the playoff spots, and oh yes, let's go. I can't wait to get into the next episode, but now it's time for the most exciting part of this save. Hinga. Dinga. Dargan. Hope you enjoyed those sick moves while they lasted, because it's time to tighten up and get into those scouting reports. Okay, here we go. Simon Fontaine, 6'2", left-footed, 70 to 94 potential from France, and his attributes, key attributes, are strength, balance, jumping, sprint speed, and stamina. This man is a center back. Let's go. I was thinking that I'm so nervous because we haven't had really any center backs come through our scouting reports, at least not any good ones. And Simon Fontaine, $550,000 value, is going to be one of those center backs. Now let's hope he turns 16 quickly so we can get him into the team next season and start developing him. Oh my goodness. Chase Fisher, $1 million valued player. I was starting to wonder if it was even possible to get a $1 million valued player because we hadn't seen any yet. 5'9", 71 to 94 potential, the best youth prospect we've seen in this series thus far. American, right-footed, looks like a center mid maybe, and he might be the new Mike Fisher, if you remember from last series. Chase Fisher, Mike Fisher's long-lost brother, comes into our team, and let's go check him out. To start off the new boys, we have Simon Fontaine, 56 overall, 70 to 94 potential, 6'2", left-footed, technically a center defensive mid, but we're going to be moving him to center back. 4-star skill moves, high defensive work rate, and his attributes are so perfect for a defender. Decent dribbling and passing, so he can play out of the back, kind of like Harry Bishop last season or last series. And I'm so excited about this guy, especially if we're going to be in this league again, just to get these young center backs in and start developing them. It's going to be crucial. Super excited about Mr. Fontaine. Up next, we have Chase Fisher, center mid. We're training him as a ball-winning midfielder. He's a 60 overall at $1 million of value, which is awesome. 71 to 94 potential, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, high attacking work rate, high defensive work rate, 76 dribbling and 68 pace. This kid has it all. He is going to be a rock for our midfield, and I'm so excited about this one. He, in my mind, is going to be someone that's going to be with us until we win the Champions League. Some of these other guys, I'm not too sure. Chase Fisher, mark my words, he'll be there at the end of this series. Up next, we have no one. That was actually all of the guys we signed. We only had 2 scouts out, France and the United States. Brazil had come back. So I think next episode we might only have 1 scout coming back. I'll have to double check. But before we go anywhere else, let's take a look at how these guys switch. We're moving Ian Armstrong from center defensive mid to a striker. 5'11", decent pace, passing, and dribbling. Shooting is okay. He's not a center defensive mid or a center back, and I don't think I want to use him as a center mid. So from 47 to 47, probably going to be somebody that we move out of the club sooner rather than later, but he does have 75 to 93 potential, so we'll have to wait and see. Hunter Lewis could be the other key center back that we need. 67 to 87 potential and 54 overall, moving him from striker or center forward to center back. He goes to a 58. I told you, he is a center back, and that is going to be massive. We now have Hunter Lewis and Fontaine. Tristan Williams, he's going to be a depth option maybe, but at 47 overall, he's probably not going to see much game time. Hunter Lewis moves to center back and becomes better than Fontaine. With a 56 and a 58 young center back pairing, we can develop them and see them climb. He has a high attacking work rate, medium defensive work rate, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, but his physicals are 74, pace 69, defending's 50, and dribbling is 52. Just a very well-rounded player, and I'm excited about that one. Also, Gabriel Cabral, center mid, 66 to 84 potential, not the most. We're moving him from center mid to center forward as another kind of deep lying forward option that Ambrose plays in. 54 overall and goes to a 56. Does actually make a little bit of a jump, but man, am I excited about that. That is massive for this team. I mean, really just the center backs, Hunter Lewis and Fontaine. So excited. And then new boy Chase Fisher. I will probably go through at the end of this season and cut some of these guys that I don't think are going to make it, because we're starting to really get this thing full, and we need to start clearing some space so we can sign more youth academy prospects and also not bloat our squad too much with bad players that aren't going to actually make it, like in my head Tristan Williams. But we'll have to wait and see. What a result. Getting Chase Fisher is the highlight. Let's go. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm a small content creator, and I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps me out, and just I'm trying to grow this. I really am having a blast editing, recording, and learning how to provide better content, and I'm really enjoying the journey of becoming a creator. Yeah, it'd be cool to get paid to play video games, but that's not really what this is about for me. For me, I want to be a creator. I want to figure out how to create great, entertaining, captivating content for you guys. And I think from our first video all the way back in February to now, I've come such a long way, and it's been thanks to you guys just watching this. So again, thank you so much. This has been such a good episode. I can't believe that we are up in the playoff positions and really looking like we're going to secure a playoff spot and potentially get promotion. We'll have to wait and see. We had a great scouting report with Chase Fisher, the $1 million valued player, being the cherry on top. And man, I am enjoying this team's journey through the crucible. Until next time, Efour out.